me again, you guys. I just kind of want you to hang out with me as I attempt to continue to try and remember some brush strokes. I've been doing art for a long time. I should be a professional. I don't know what my problem is. I love it. I love doing art, painting or charcoal, anything really. I'm just not good at it. And I have heard people say over and over, well, you can just learn how to do it. It's not a talent. Well, it kind of is, because I haven't learned and it's been a long ass time. Okay, so anyway, this is a canvas. This is a 6x6 stretched canvas. Stretched means it's stretched across this wood and stapled in. So it's on here. And again, I might donate any 6x6 art pieces that I do to the Rochester Contemporary Art Center in New York, which they sell them and they make money for their community, which I love that. I love that. When money goes to the community directly, I'm in, totally in. So I'm going to put a picture here right now of what I'm trying to do. It's very 1, 2, 3, ABC kind of easy. I don't know. My brain just isn't understanding it. It's very frustrating. So I'm going to open this one. It's got plastic on it. Where is my... There it is. I got to be careful with sharp things. Here's the 2 brushes I got yesterday. These are round brushes, numbers 6 and 12. So I was practicing brush strokes yesterday, but I'm using a filbert today. This is called, where's the camera? There's a filbert shape. And I've watched videos, but I think maybe I finally freaking figured it out. You know, sometimes you watch something or you try and learn something and you try, but really don't get it until all of a sudden it makes sense. The 100th time that you've watched a video, that's me. That's how my brain works. So if this was like going to be something really super important, I would probably gesso this. I don't have any gesso here to show you, but it's basically just a clear coat liquid, thick liquid that you put on before you start painting. So I will just use a base coat of whatever color I want for my background. And I knew I should sharpen my pencil because I do like kind of drawing a little bit on my piece. Let me go sharpen this. It'll be right back. All right, so I grabbed the gesso. That, by the way, I did not paint that. I got that for like $5 at the thrift store. I'll have to show you one of the paintings I did do. It's way over there, but I'll show you. Let's see. Let's see if you could see it this way. Whoa. Turn. That one way in the back. It's gray with pink flowers. That's a pretty big piece. All right, so I don't know if this expired. Does this expire? I'll try a little bit. Again, you don't have to have it, but I might as well use it because I have it. I've had it for a while. Oh, okay, let's take off the glue booger. Oh, wow, okay. Ooh, this is exciting. Let's see. There's a big glue booger here. This is very satisfying pulling this booger out. Look. Ugh. All right. Now that we're unclogged, okay, let's just try. I don't know if this is even any good. Should be okay. Whatever. I don't care. It's not rocket science. So I just have a plate a plastic plate, Walmart, as my palette. So this is invisible, so you really don't need to be super, super careful. But these canvases are thirsty. They like to drink up paint. Again, I'm just in the stage of trying to remember how to paint. For years and years and years, I would go to art class every week because my friend has an art studio in San Jose. And then life got weird, life got weird with me, and then she had a second baby, which was super cute. But her life started changing. Nothing negative. I have nothing negative to say about her at all. She's a really great person. But our lives just kind of went in separate directions. If you ever find that your canvas has a bump in it, or a bend or something, a wrinkle, all you have to do is wet it, either with a spray bottle or, honestly, you could run it underwater. It's not difficult to do. Get the canvas wet and then lay it flat, and it's always worked for me. It just makes them go right back into their nice, tight, straight form that they should have. So, all right, so that's that. So I was trying to figure out how to make these flowers, and I don't know. For some reason, I thought I needed a round brush, which is this. And then I thought I needed a flat brush, which is the brush I just used to put this gesso on, which is that, to make these hydrangeas. And then I thought maybe I need a stippling brush. I couldn't tell. I've watched so many YouTube videos. I couldn't tell. Couldn't tell what brush they were. This is going to bother me. Couldn't tell which brush anyone using. But then I finally got a nice view, and it looks like this. So I'm excited. But before I start on this piece, I got to let it dry. Okay, so let's get this dried, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a base coat on. This is a real pretty, really light spring green color. 58 cents. Look at this hair. Why? Look at this. This is how my cat acts. My cat does shit like this to me. I don't need my hair acting up. Okay, whatever. 58 cents at Walmart. At Michael's, they weren't, I want to say maybe they were 88 cents. But since we were at Walmart anyway, I just got a bunch of colors. So I'm going to get my palette. I'm going to squirt some on, and I actually will reuse this brush again to put this base coat on. Just have a little bit. You don't need a lot. I tend to pour too much paint on my palette. It's fine. It's fine. This should just be fun. It's not a job. It's, it's really for my mental health. It always has been for my mental health. Even when mental health wasn't a thing, because it just always made me happy. Art has always been something that just makes me feel good. Especially when you create something that just brings you joy, even if it's just a flower or maybe clouds. I love making clouds. I used to be really good at clouds. Hopefully that's in my muscle memory bank in my head. And hopefully I'll be able to get right back into doing little puffy clouds. I think I might get the blow dryer out for this. I have a couple of blow dryers for art specifically. They're small. Don't move. Oh God, I feel so out of practice. But that's okay. You gotta start somewhere. My husband's like, quit beating yourself up. What is wrong? Because I want perfection. I'm old. I should know this by now. I shouldn't have to relearn. My God, it's not like I had a stroke or something. I just, you know, I don't know. I'm hard on myself, as we are. Don't do that. Don't do like me. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Isn't that expression? Okay. All right, so I'm going to dry this, and I shall be right back. Okay, so I blow dried it. It's tacky. It's kind of not sticky, but it's definitely tacky. It's not dried 100%. Therefore, I cannot use a pencil on this. What I was going to do and what I like to do is sort of free draw, really rough shape of the flower itself that I want to do. So instead of doing pencil, I'm going to go ahead and just get the paints out and do, I don't know if I should do, I'll do 3 different color hydrangeas. So I'm going to go ahead, choose my colors, and then just really effortlessly put some shapes on here. All right. All right, so here are my colors. I have titanium white, and then a nice lavender, and then like a baby pink. Okay. Okay, so I ended up going with 4 different colors. And here are my rough shapes. I guess that would be considered shapeless, right? Blobs. So this is white. I think I'm going to start with the white one, and I'm going to do green, like a dark green in here. So I'm going to double load my brush, which is, I guess, 1 stroke painting from Donna Dewberry. Good old Donna from the 90s. So I'm going to take my filbert brush. I'm going to load half of it with the green and then half with the titanium white. And I'm going to pray for the rest because it seems logical to me in my mind, but does it work and come out of my hands the right way and execute it properly? We shall see. All right, so let me go ahead and load up the brush. This is just for the white flower. The white flower is going to be this deep green, which is arbor green and white. All right, so let me put a little bit of this out here. And, oh my God, I'm nervous. Okay. So you have to double load your brush. Some of you are probably like, oh my God, you totally don't know what you're doing. I know, I don't. But that's okay, I'm going to do it anyway. So I've double loaded it. I'm going to go ahead and kind of give it a prime there. All right, it looks good on the palette. All right, so I don't have a way to do that. I don't have an overhead shot yet available to you guys. So let me just try this real quick. I should have brought my freaking glasses. So I'm just making basically letter C's. Just using the brush and making little curved lines, kind of like the letter C. It's definitely better than the way I've been doing it, but it still doesn't look, well, I'll show you in a minute. I get an idea in my head, and I swear it never pans out. It's always something completely different than I was trying to do. This is Spirit Throat, so I'm not sure who this is. If you're not aware, I am a psychic, but this is not my psychic channel. If you want to talk about psychic stuff, go to my other channel, Salty Psychic. Okay, so here, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. It doesn't happen. I don't know. I'm so sad. Maybe because I'm just so scared. Why am I scared? I don't know. Trust the process. Trust the process. I don't trust anything anymore. That's my problem. I have trust issues. Well, you know what? I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. Like I said, worst case scenario, I will donate this to the Rochester Contemporary Art in New York. Now, I'm in California, but you know what? There's needs everywhere. Everywhere. Everyone needs help. And my girl Chrissy is in New York. Chrissy's not near, you're not near Rochester though. Well, you know that. Why am I telling you? I did when we went to Vermont November. We drove through Rochester and I'm like, oh my God, I've never been this north in the United States before. Because I know on a map, Rochester, New York is like at the tippy top of New York. All right, I'm going to keep going. There's one round. I'm going to go back through after this dries and do another layer, but I'm going to continue on with my other colors. So, okay, I'm just panning out what I want to do here. You know what? For the purple, I'm just going to do white on its own. It might get a little green on it, but I'm going to try just doing the white and see what happens. Purple, okay. Maybe I'm making my little leaves too small, my petals. I really liked learning one-on-one, and that's what I did with my friend at my friend's art studio. It was one-on-one. Because that's how my brain is, you know? Everyone has their own learning style and teaching style. This is awful, but that's okay. Gotta just keep going. For me, it's not been practice makes perfect. That ain't true. That is not a thing. I'm sorry. That has just not been my case with many things in my life. Because I love everything. I love doing everything. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to make soap. I want to make candles. I've been researching all of this stuff. My husband's like, are you sure you want to make these things? Because, because I want to sell them on my website, but it's like, I might have to, I might just have to hire somebody and get my candles and soap made, have them commissioned or whatever. Because one, I don't have time to do everything, but two, I'm not good at a lot. I am good at channeling spirits though. That, I'll give myself credit for that. I do talk to dead people. But as I mentioned, you got to just relax. Even if this doesn't turn out well, it's still a good time away from reality to paint Benjamin's home. Okay, well, that looks awful. Keep going. I'm going to go back over the green now because it's dry. If he's not on the phone, I'll have him come say hi. Okay, I feel like crying, but that's okay. I told you guys, I cry every day. Every day I cry. At least for 5 minutes. Why do I do that? I don't know, because I got tired of holding everything in. This is totally not... I'm going to get a different brush. I got tired of holding all my feelings in and then just exploding on people. So now I just take 5 minutes and then get over it, pretty much. That's one thing about going into therapy is obviously talking about feelings. Because because of the society we live in. You know, everyone has to be strong. No one can show their cards. You know, like if you're working and you're at a job, you can't be a human being and have a job because they don't want that. I feel like employers, they just want robots. They want someone to sit there and smile, make the customers happy, and shut the hell up. You know, I mean, yes, leave your personal life at the door. That's not what I mean, though. You know, at work, I couldn't ever bring anything to anyone's attention because then we were labeled as trouble. So you can't really ever have a conflict with anyone, whether it be a coworker or a parent. Not so much, well, sometimes a student. The only problem I had with students is that my supervisor didn't handle things the way I would have liked. I did not like the way she interacted with students a lot of times. And it was just demeaning. That really still pisses me off. Oh God, anyway. Okay, well, this is looking slightly better. I don't think it looks like a hydrangea, but it's something. I'm actually shocked. I'll show you guys in just a second. Okay. Trust the process. Okay, all right. So it's something. It's better than that blob. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to go back to the purple. Let's do... I'm even using the wrong brush on here. Maybe that's my freaking problem. All right. I'm going to go back to the purple blob with the same purple. Instead of a contrast color, I'm going to use the same purple. This is called Petunia Purple. Petunia? That's Harry Potter's aunt, isn't it? Huge Harry Potter fan. I never talk about that on the other channel. I'm weird and strange enough without telling everybody my obsession for the Harry Potter books. When I go to London, now I can't say most of the time, because I've been to London 22 times, I think, and I have not been to the Harry Potter movie studio 22 times. I've been 6 times. I have been to that movie location more than the locals. I know the whole thing better than a lot of locals in London. How do I know? Because I talk to locals. If you're in London, take the train. If you're in Shepherd's Bush, which is an area I like to stay, used to like to stay anyway, you take the above ground train from Shepherd's Bush to Watford Junction. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm in Harry Potter already. Watford Junction? Yes. That's an actual train stop. What year is this? This feels like I'm in the 1800s. Watford Junction? That's hilarious. Is that from Thomas the Tank? No. It's an actual train stop. So you take the train to Watford Junction, you exit that location. That's the end of the line for that line. It ends at Watford Junction, so you can't get lost because that's where the train has to stop. So you get off that train stop, and then you exit the building, and you go to the parking lot near the street, and that's where you wait for the Harry Potter bus. I swear to God, there's a Harry Potter bus. It used to be only one, but now they come every 15 minutes because it's so busy with people like me wanting to go to where they filmed Harry Potter, the studio. So I think it's £3, £3 for a round trip ticket. So they take you from the Watford Junction. The name of the little village is escaping me at the moment, which I'm sad about because it means I haven't been there in a while, about a year. Anyway, you catch the bus. It takes you right to the studio where the movies were filmed. And you have to have had previously purchased your ticket. They do not sell tickets on location, okay? Don't blame me if you get there and you don't have a ticket. You have to have your ticket. Why am I blowing on there? I meant to blow on this. You have to have your ticket. They don't mess around. There. It has changed so much since my first time going. The first time I went, I think it was just me and Sarah. I don't think I took Benjamin on that very first adventure to Harry Potter. All of my flowers look the same. No matter what I'm painting, they all look exactly the same. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I took Ben to the first time we went. The first time we went, Sarah and I had high tea. We had high tea at the Harry... Ben, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, can you come say hi to everyone?
Oh.
It's not a live. I'm just recording.
Oh.
I'm just talking about Harry Potter.
Like the studio tour thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so fun.
Come say hi. Everyone misses you. There he is.
Hello.
I'm not lying. He's really here, you guys. And the fish. So we drove from Vermont to California with the fish. Not all these fish, but some of the fish that were in there. And a bucket. And the dog in the back seat. Across the country, 3,200 miles.
I'm surprised I survived, honestly.
I'm surprised I survived.
Yeah.
But you're worth it. So the first time we went to see Harry Potter, it was really a working studio. Now, and I predicted this, didn't I, Benjamin? I said, this place is going to end up like Disneyland.
Yeah.
It's crazy, amazing.
It had a certain charm when it was smaller, but I think I like it better now that it's fleshed out.
And I'm getting the chills because remember that one time, was it me and you? No, it was me, you, and Sarah. We were staying in SW7 that time in London. We got to see, which movie? Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah, Order of the Phoenix.
We saw Order of the Phoenix in the viewing room where the director and the actors would watch the movies. In that room on their screen. We got home, I think, at 2 a.m. that night because the movie went till midnight, I think.
Like 3 hours.
Oh, and then we're like, the train's closed. What do we do? How did we get home? I don't even remember.
It was a blur.
It is a blur. I literally don't remember how we got home.
I think we ended up walking a bunch.
God, but that's far to walk. Did we Uber?
I don't think so.
Because I feel like we got to the Gloucester station.
Yeah.
Which is by the apartment in West End. I freaking don't remember.
God, that's weird.
I know there was no one out in public. It was just the 3 of us. And we're like, well, is this safe? I don't guess so. I don't know. Whatever. So anyway, you have to get your tickets beforehand. Don't try and show up because honestly, it's, yeah.
Yeah, like technically you can show up, but like they're not gonna have openings.
They're not gonna let you in. Yeah. No, they sell out. That's why. They sell out months in advance. And one time we kind of sporadically booked a trip. I think it was me and Ben to England, and we're like, oh shit. If we're going in 3 weeks, I don't know if we can get tickets. And I think I ended up getting the tickets when we were there or the day before we left.
We were there, yeah.
Yeah, we were there in London, and it's like, oh my God. I think I started crying because I was so relieved.
Yeah, I remember I was on my phone. I was like, oh, there's one open. Like,
yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I think you and I were at Shepherd's Bush that trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben and I have stayed at the same hotel like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, it's probably.
Plus, I stayed there with Chase, so yeah, I've been there. They know us there.
We've got in the same room like 3 times.
Yeah, we did. And then Chase and I stayed in the same room. You and I had remember that time my YouTube channel blew up?
Oh, yeah.
Chase and I stayed in that room again. Yeah, it's like a boutique hotel.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. Anyway, so.
Those are Chinese food. Or there was. It's gone now, right?
What's that?
The Chop Chop or whatever.
Chop Chinese food is gone. There's a Taco. It's Taco Bell.
Oh,
They changed the Chop Chinese to Taco Bell.
I've never had.
Just for me.
I don't think I've had British Taco Bell yet.
Yeah, it was actually okay.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, not that it matters anyway. And everything tastes better in England.
Yeah, for real. Even at McDonald's.
Because I'm happy. Yeah. Because that's my happy place. Okay, so here's how the flowers are looking. Okay. All right, let me rinse that. All right, let's go back. I don't know if I like this color. It's called Peachy Pink. All right, I'll try it. Okay, so I already have some Peachy Pink there on my palette. The dog doesn't want to come in. She's not well. She's not been eating. She's pee-peeing. Like her bladder's out of control, which I know how that feels. Here she is. Hi, girl. Did you have a nice night out there, Patch?
Just sleep all night.
I know. So, yeah, I had to have surgery. I was peeing like an old dying dog myself in my 40s, and it's like, oh, the doctors have been trying to do surgery on me for a while because I had a prolapsed bladder. So fun, so sexy. So I finally had the surgery. I'm telling you, if you're questioning if you should get the surgery or not, the bladder surgery for incontinence, do it. Do it. Do not even think twice about it. I didn't really want to have surgery again because I have had so much cosmetic surgery, which you can't tell. You can't tell at all. My tummy tuck is fat. Yeah. Anyway, it was instant. I mean, you come out of the operating room with a wonderful, lifted, tight bladder. Pulled up my uterus, fixed my asshole. That's a thing. I didn't know she was going to fix my asshole, but I had 3 episiotomies. So she fixed all of that, which I appreciate. So, yeah, that's another story we'll have to talk about because I don't know if I want to talk about that while I'm painting. It gets a little into anatomy that I don't want to talk about right now. But yeah, puppy has a leaky bladder. It's okay, Patch. We're just a couple of old bitches. All right, so here's how the peachy one's looking so far. Looks fine from a distance. Close up. Don't look at it. All right, so I'm going to let that dry, and I will go back in with another color. All right, now I'm going to do the pink, I guess, on the pink on pink and white. Okay, I already have some on my brush, or on my palette. Okay, let me make sure I have the right brush. Yeah, okay. We're going to go pink on pink, and then I'm going to dry this. So that really light pink is not showing up well, so I'm going to grab my go-to color here, which is, I don't have my glasses. This is so blurry. Magenta something. I can't see it. It's really hard to read. Okay. This is a very dense paint. This is actual painter's paint. It's not the craft paint, which craft paint is absolutely fine. Craft paint is fun. It's great. But I just happen to like this pink. So I'm going to give it a go, as the British would say. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to go in on this one with the bright magenta. So, yeah, in general, you know, we all need to be nicer to ourselves. This one looks kind of like an artichoke. I'll show you in a minute. It's changing. That doesn't look good, but let me dry it and come right back. Okay, here we go. That's the gist of it. I could keep working on this forever and ever. I kind of want to use my stippling brush and just put some texture in a couple spaces using that nice light green, the spring green. Let me just put a little bit on the plate. Oh, I'm sorry, the palette. The palette. But I kind of want to dry brush it because I don't want it to get soaked in. I want it to sit on top of the canvas. So I'm literally just tapping like this. Like this. Just tapping, 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 tapping. All right, so let's get some more. The thing is, you know, I'm doing these different colors and layers because you don't want something, I mean, I don't want something that's like one-dimensional. I want to be able to see the texture of something, you know, the dimension. I don't want it to look just flat. That's what I have difficulty with, among other things, is, well, all of it, honestly. Who am I kidding? But I have to say, I would say this is better than what I did yesterday. I guess. It's not how I want it. I mean, it's not what I set out to do because it doesn't look like the picture I showed you. But it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. So there we have it. 4 hydrangeas. 4 little, so you can kind of see it now, what it's going to look like. A little bit of texture and shading there, created with the stippler. I like this one. I like this one, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, that's the final project, final look. Yep, probably donate it too, but at least I get to practice and, you know, the money's not being wasted. It's going to help support a community back east. So thanks so much, you guys. I'm glad you got to see Benny and hanging out with me, chit-chatting. I love it. Can't wait for the next video, and I'll see you guys real soon.